Greetings, my name is Ben Gavelda here with TransWorld SNOWboarding. We're here at lovely Winter Park, Colorado for the 2014-2015 Goodwood Snowboard test. We have 18 testers here just rifling through all sorts of boards. We have 30 plus brands, a whole bunch of boards, jib boards, jump boards, kind of do-it-all boards. For the park portion of the test, obviously, we're looking at jibbing. How easy is that board to press, board slide? Can you lock into a press? How well does it ollie? How well does it put down a landing? We even do a couple laps through the pipe. We got plenty of jumps here to test the board on. How well does it spin off a lip? Does it have good pop off a lip? Is it too squirrely? And it's pretty easy. The testers just kind of rip through, take a number of different runs, ride the board switch, ride the board regular, kind of get a really consistent park run going. And after that, you kind of do a lot of the same things with that board. All our testers are riding their bindings, their boots, just switching out the board. So they get a really comfortable, consistent feel, of what that baseline is for those boards.
My test run for the board so far has been a mini park lap, kind of ripping some groomers, doing some switch laps, things like that, testing out the presses and the butters. And then we move on over to the medium park, hit some rails and some jumps, and we usually bring it through the pipe just to check out the edge hold, see if it's poppy and stable, kind of just all around jumping, rails, a little combination of everything.
Winter Park's cool because they have pipe and rail lines, big jump lines, small rails, and so within my 3 runs, I'll hit every different section of the park. Big features to small, playfulness to stability.
So when we did this test a couple years ago, I kind of started wanting to really break it out and do park boards and more all mountain boards. It's just kind of the trend in snowboarding. There's a lot of different variations with boards, even powder boards and surfy boards. But this test, we really wanted to kind of break it into 2. And when we do that, we do 4 days of riding park boards, and then we do 4 days of riding all mountain boards. And what that does is kind of get you in that mindset of, okay, cool, we're just going to focus on this kind of riding and keep it pretty consistent throughout. Just, focus in on all those weird traits, all those little bit different traits between the boards, and notice, what are the best. The all mountain boards on the scorecards and what the testers are looking for, it's a little bit different from the park. The park, there's a little more kind of jib and rail focus, kind of jump focus. The all mountain boards definitely have a jump focus, landings, takeoffs, kind of spinning, because that's definitely a fun part of snowboarding. You definitely want to still be playing on those things, but there's a big emphasis on the stability of the board, on the edge hold, kind of the flex throughout. How is that flex? Is it too soft? Does it kind of wash out? How well does it initiate turns? Are they tight turns, big turns? How well can it, hold a short, kind of slower turn? Or how well can it hold, just a big arcing, really fast turn? So the focus is really on that stuff. There's a little bit, about kind of the freestyle trace, but for the most part, it's just how well can this board just rip all around the mountain.
For me, personally, we've got a good diverse group of riders. Everybody has different skill sets, so we get a good mixed review. But for me, getting out right away off the bat, I kind of just start playing around right away with just carving a few turns, figure out how quickly it initiates, and feel the flex profile. I just want to go out there, feel it, and kind of see what the board feels like underfoot, and then we've got some good criteria on paper that we pretty much can break down how the board's doing in different aspects, from carving to large carves to how well it holds up in the chop, and just seeing how well it flexes in and out of turn initiation again.
TransWorld Snowboarding has been doing this Goodwood test for well over a decade. It's also the largest independent snowboarding test in the world in snowboarding. So the idea is just get a huge survey of what's out there, what's changing in snowboarding. There's some things that don't change. There's some boards that are awesome and they're just built well and seem to do well every year. We arrange 18 testers. And when I'm looking for testers, I look for some locals, some people who have done the test before. It's just really ripping riders that don't necessarily have a board sponsor. A lot of these people that come in and ride the boards, have worked in a shop or work in the park. At Winter Park this year, we had a number of different staff, and they're really excited just to try all these boards. It's a rare opportunity that you get to ride a ton of different boards throughout 2 weeks and really get a feel. Then on that end of things, they get to kind of know, oh, what's my favorite board, and also in pooling all these different riders together, you get a really different mix of riding styles, backgrounds. We kind of had testers from all over the place: Colorado, California, Montana, Utah. So you're bringing all these different riding styles together. We have some jibbers, we have some more free riders, some more jump people. And in doing that, I think you get a great survey of, how a snowboard rides. And some people, might like one, some people might not like that one, but in the end, when those results are pooled together, you really do get a good solid board that kind of pleases everyone. It seems every year that these boards tend to come to the top, and they come to the top for a good reason, just because they're an awesome ride that anyone is stoked on. When you put it all together, I think it exhibits, some of the best boards out there, and I think we're fairly confident that if you pick up one of these Goodwood boards, you're gonna have a blast on it.